a tale of 2 days we had. It's hard to believe, like in the Highlands today, you were dry. You actually had maybe some breaks of sunshine, not too far away at all. We had a lot of snow, and I mean a ton of snow. So Highlands, Southern Shenandoah, you're probably saying, what's all this hoopla about? Snow? What snow? Then you head towards South Side, and you're probably thinking the entire state, the entire Commonwealth was filled with snow. That's not the case. I mean, South Side, the numbers keep on going up. The amounts keep on going up. And for the NRV, you certainly saw a ton of snow as well. But you head towards Hot Springs, Covington, Lexington. Yeah, you may have seen some snowflakes, but little to no accumulation. And here we are at 7:30, and you'll notice that we continue to see the most amount of snow in areas, you guessed it, along and south of Highway 460, the NRV, South Side location, seeing the most snow with some of the heaviest snow bursts going on right now in portions of Montgomery and Floyd counties, not to mention out across portions of Campbell, Charlotte, Halifax, and Pittsylvania counties. Again, the snow right now is moving to the north at a clip of around about 30 miles per hour. So there's a look at the radar. Here's a look at some snowfall totals. And again, they may be a little bit higher now in some of these areas, okay? Because these numbers came in about 90 minutes ago. Okay, so these numbers may actually be a little bit higher than what you're seeing here. Fieldale, 7 to 8 inches of snow. Martinsville, 7 to 8 inches of snow. I would not be surprised if Martinsville, you're up to 10 inches. Rocky Mount, 6 to 8 inches of snow, and, well, it's double there. Bassett, you're at 6 inches of snow. Probably more, honestly, right now in northern parts of Henry County. Chatham about 7, Spencer about 7, Oak Level 7, Fancy Gap 6, Check about 5.5 to 6 inches of snow. That is fairly close to Benton Mountain in Floyd County. Other snowfall totals for you, not quite as impressive as the ones we just showed you, but still pretty impressive enough. 4 to 6 inches of snow in Christiansburg, although we are getting reports. I saw a report about 30 minutes ago that Christiansburg may be up to about 7 or 7.5, so that number may also be up a little bit now too. Graham's Forge, that's in Wythe County, 5.3. In Wytheville, you had 5. Pinhook, 4.8. In Roanoke, we've seen about 1 to 3 inches of snow, okay? You go a little bit further south towards Cave Spring, and I've had a couple of buddies of mine who live in Cave Spring measure, and they're about 4 inches in Cave Spring. Okay, so the number's a little bit higher as you go a little bit further south into Roanoke County. And in Troutville, Botetourt County, 1 inch of snow. All right, friends, let's talk about winter driving tips in the snow. Again, this does not apply to you folks in the Highlands too much because you haven't seen any, but certainly a ton out across NRV and Southside locations. So if you have to go out and about tonight or even tomorrow, if the roads are still snowy, and chances are they will be, you want to accelerate and decelerate slowly. So if you have to go out and about, just be gentle with the gas pedal. You want to reduce the speed. You want to avoid locking up brakes. Do not power up hills, and don't stop when you're going up a hill. Now, this evening, the general trend will be for the snow to lessen. We've already, maybe in the last 20 minutes, starting to see the snow lessen in some areas, not all, but in some. And that general trend of the snow kind of weakening, lessening, decreasing will continue as we go through about 1 or 2 a.m. I think by 11 o'clock we're not going to see as much snow, and then certainly as we go towards 1, 2 o'clock in the morning we should dry things out. Most of the snow again will stay south of 460, but every now and again you could certainly get some snow showers a little bit further north. All right, here it is. The regional view continues to show a churning low pressure system near the Carolinas, throwing snow from Virginia Beach into Greenville, North Carolina, into Raleigh. Look at Raleigh, though. Today has been an interesting day for our friends in Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh has been dry slotted for at least part of the day, which means the numbers in Raleigh aren't going to be nearly as high as they are to the east and to the west of Raleigh. For instance, numbers in Greensboro are piling up. The numbers in Greenville, North Carolina, piling up. But in Raleigh, they haven't seen a ton, although the snow is starting to fill in now. We've got snow going as far south as Savannah, Georgia. Even areas near Brunswick, Georgia, you've seen some snowflakes today. So from Brunswick, Georgia, all the way into areas just south of Washington, D.C., we're seeing some snow. Of course, we're included in that. Charlotte has seen a lot of snow today. Columbia, South Carolina has seen a lot of snow today. So this is a system that has brought a lot of snow into areas that generally don't see a lot of snow. For instance, coastal sections of North Carolina and South Carolina. we of course included. We've seen our fair share of snow here locally as well, with a lot more south and virtually nothing to the north. All right, here we go. Futurecast shows that by 7 a.m. we are going to see, I think for the most part, skies clearing out incredibly nicely. Looks like we may still have a few lingering clouds in the mountains, but the general trend for us on Sunday will be to see skies quickly turning mostly sunny if you don't wake up that way. Now, if you are watching us further east, you're probably mostly sunny all day long tomorrow. Okay, so looks like any cloud cover we have lingering early tomorrow will go away quickly. And if you do awaken to clouds tomorrow, you're going to turn mostly sunny. Okay, if it's a possibility that you see sunshine from sun up until sundown tomorrow in some other areas. Now, as we go into tomorrow night, skies are going to be fair, and then Monday is going to be another quiet weather day. I think Monday starts with sunshine. It probably ends with just a little more cloud cover. So overall, I think Monday is going to be mostly sunny most of the day, maybe turning partly sunny very late in the day, especially along into the west of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Temperatures outside right now, very, very cold. We're kind of switching gears now. We're going to talk about the temperatures for a little while because the temperatures are going to be something else tonight. It's 8 in Hot Springs, 7 in Wytheville, 12 in Blacksburg, 18 in Roanoke, 21 in Lynchburg, and also in South Boston, upper teens in Martinsville and Danville. Now, as we look at the cold weather alerts in effect from now through 1 p.m. Sunday, in blue, this dark blue, that's where we have extreme cold warnings. That's for the Highlands, the New River Valley, the Roanoke Valley as well, and it goes even towards Amherst, Bedford, and Franklin counties. Now in light blue, into Martinsville, Danville, Alta Vista, Lynchburg, South Boston, Appomattox, Charlotte Courthouse, in light blue, those are cold weather advisories. Okay, extreme cold warnings, more severe than cold weather advisories, and you'll see why here that the National Weather Service has issued extreme cold warnings for the mountains because of what you're looking at right here. Wind chills are going to be absolutely frigid tonight. Okay, as we wake up on Sunday morning, we could have wind chills feeling 20 degrees below zero. It could feel like minus 20 in some backyards in portions of the NRV and Highlands. Okay, so you go further east and it could feel below zero, may feel closer to zero out across Lynchburg and Southside locations, but it's not going to feel quite as frigid in Lynchburg and Southside as it will towards the NRV and Highlands. But everybody tomorrow morning is going to be absolutely frigid, just going to feel more frigid in the mountains. And as we continue to go through time, you'll notice that even as we go into later tomorrow afternoon, at times you could still feel below zero in the mountains, going to feel more like the single digits and teens a little bit further to the east. Also, when we wake up Sunday morning, obviously we're going to be frigid here, but it's going to be frigid all over the place. Okay, we've got extremely cold air going really from New England south to Florida all the way west into Texas, north into the Dakotas. And Sunday morning, we could have record cold possible, extreme cold likely to potentially bring record cold morning temperatures to the deep south. We're talking from New Orleans into Tampa, into Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, Columbia, areas around Charleston, South Carolina, Augusta, Georgia. Okay, so this whole area in pink could awaken to record cold low temperatures tomorrow morning. Unbelievable how this cold air has dipped so far south and frankly has been pretty relentless. High temperatures for us on Sunday, 28 in Roanoke, 22 in Blacksburg, 30 Lynchburg, lower 30s in Danville. That puts us about 17 to 21 degrees below average for this time of year. So it's going to start out absolutely frigid tomorrow morning, although it's not going to be as cold as we go into the afternoon. Most everybody tomorrow going to be at or below freezing. 12 is your low tonight. The snow will end. It will be frigid as clouds decrease late. It's also going to be windy, and that is why we're talking about wind chills. When you have the wind and the temperature, you get your wind chill. And again, the actual air temperature tonight's not going to be below zero, but wind chills will be. Okay, feel like temperatures will be. 28 is your high tomorrow. We're turning sunny, we're windy, and we are cold. Blustery all day long on our Sunday. All right, friends, Monday 38, Tuesday 43. So we do warm up nicely as we go into Tuesday. Tuesday's the warmest day, okay? Temperature's actually going to still be maybe a touch below average, but not by much on Tuesday. And then we're going to have a little storm system impacting us Tuesday night into Wednesday. What that's going to do is provide us a chance for a rain-snow mix around here. A little bit more rain east, maybe a little more snow showers out to the west. So a rain-snow mix possible Tuesday night into Wednesday, and behind that frontal boundary that brings us the precipitation, we're going to turn colder. Temperatures again fall into the 30s from Wednesday into next weekend. I think Thursday is dry, may have the chance for a few mountain snow showers as we go into Friday with, again, maybe a few rain showers further to the east. So a couple chances for some light precipitation next week in the form of a rain-snow mix Tuesday night to Wednesday, and then again on Friday. Temperatures next week, though, not as cold as we have been. Still below average, but not quite as cold as we have been. All right, friends, current time is 7:40. We'll be back here for our 11 o'clock newscast here in the next few hours or so. Please be safe out there. Especially don't go out and about. Let VDOT do its job. If you're watching us in the NRV and Southside locations, those numbers continue to pile up as far as snowfall totals are concerned. Hunker down, stay inside, bring those pets inside tonight, everybody, because, again, it's going to be frigid no matter if you live in the Highlands or if you live in Southside. A frigid night is ahead. Take good care, and we'll see you again.